there, if you're new around here, my name is Hannah Martin and today we're going to be doing a turnout tutorial. As a professional ballet dancer myself, I found these exercises super helpful for me to increase my turnout. It's not going to be an overnight success. You will have to do this tutorial a few times consistently to start seeing any significant results. So I do recommend trying to do this maybe 3 to 4 times a week. This has a good mix of both strengthening and stretching exercises. Turnout is not just about stretching, it's also about strength. Actually, in my opinion, I think turnout is more about strength than it is about flexibility. So I hope in this tutorial you will find those muscles engaging. Please be careful while you're doing this tutorial. I cannot be responsible if anyone gets hurt. You are doing this at your own risk. I have provided beginner modifications as well if you're finding this a little bit tricky. You can work your way up. The more times you do it, the easier it will get. Let's get to it.
Hi everyone. To start this tutorial, we're just going to go into a nice butterfly position. Here you can see the beginner variation where the knees are going to be a bit further up. The aim of the game is to get the knees as close to the floor as possible. We're just going to hold it here in this simple position for 20 seconds. You can push your knees down to the floor if you wish to get a deeper stretch. Now we're going to push forward over the legs and we're going to hold it here for 30 seconds. Again, thinking about pushing the knees as close to the floor as possible. Keep breathing through the stretch. I find that really helps me. Good job. Now that our hips are slightly more open, we're going to go into a straddle position. Make sure your knees in all these exercises are facing the ceiling and don't let them roll in. We're going to go over to the side and hold for 10 seconds. Here you can see the beginner variation, the legs are slightly further inwards, which is totally fine if you're at that level. As I previously said, make sure the knees are facing the ceiling at all times and your knees are straight. Great job. We're now going to lean forwards and try and get your tummy on the floor. As a beginner variation, you can just aim to get the elbows on the floor. You're holding it for 30 seconds in this position. If you're doing the beginner variation, try and think about pushing yourself further to the floor in these last few seconds. Great job. We're going to repeat all of that once again. 10 seconds each side and a 30-second hold forwards, focusing on keeping those knees facing the ceiling. See if you can reach slightly further this time. You want to make sure on those side bends that both sitting bones remain on the floor. Don't let one hip prop up in an attempt to lean further to the side. Great job. The next exercise we're going to do is a froggy sit. We're going to hold it here for 30 seconds. This is one of my personal favourite stretches, especially if I'm watching TV or my favourite series on Netflix. It's a really great stretch just to sit in if you're reading a book or doing some homework. stretch slightly more advanced, you can also go up on your hands like this. If you're still struggling to get flat down on the first variation of this exercise, just hold this for an extra 30 seconds, don't advance to this next step. But if you're flat down, please feel free to try this more advanced variation. Great job, everybody. Our next exercise, you're going to hold with your opposite hand the leg in complete turnout position. You're going to bend and straighten your knee. Really try and think about turning out from the very top of the hip. As a beginner variation, you can just lift and lower the leg at a small 45-degree angle. You're going to do 10 reps of this exercise, and then we're going to hold it for 10. Now hold. If you're doing the beginner variation, you're just going to hold it at 45 degrees with a flexed foot, trying to get as much turnout as possible. Good job. We're going to repeat all the same on the other side. Really thinking about getting as much turnout as possible. And now the 10-second hold. Really think about keeping that back straight. Whether you're doing the beginner variation or the more advanced, it's super important. Our next exercise, you're going to lie on your side and you're going to lift and lower the leg. This is working the inside thighs, which is crucial for holding turnout. You're going to do 10 reps of this exercise. Once we've completed our 10 reps, we're going to do 10 circles one way and 10 circles the other way. Really think about controlling the movement. It's not about speed on this exercise, it's all about control and working that inside thigh. Once we've completed the 10 circles inwards, we're going to do just 10 pulses, keeping the leg off the floor. Great job, everyone. We're now going to repeat all the same exercises on the other side. We'll start with just the normal 10 lift and lowers, 10 rotations one way, 10 rotations the other way, and the 10 pulses. Amazing work. We're now going to go on to one of my personal favourite exercises for turnout, which is clams. So you're going to lie on your side, lift up the toes, and open and close the knees. You're going to repeat this 10 times. Once completing this 10 times, we're going to develop this exercise. You're going to lift and lower the knee 10 times. To complete this set of clams, you're going to straighten and bend the leg 10 times, really trying to think about turning out as much as possible, getting a beautiful à la seconde position. Really think about that knee turning out as much as possible, using those inside thighs and glute muscles to access all the turnout that you have. This is really going to be great in those adage exercises at the bar. Brilliant job everybody. Just to stretch out those glutes that we just worked, we're going to do this quick stretch, putting one foot over the other and leaning forwards. If you found putting one leg over the other intense enough of a stretch, then you don't need to lean forwards. We're going to repeat all the same exercises on the other side to keep us nice and even. 10 clams opening and closing, 10 knee lifts, and 10 bend and straightens. And the stretch to finish this set. Great job, everybody. For our final exercise, in and out of the leg in passe. As you can see, the beginner variation, you can just have your leg slightly lower. We're going to do this for 30 seconds, and I really want you to think about using those inside thigh muscles and glute muscles that we've been working on. Try and make sure you're not hitching the hip. It's all coming from those inside thigh and glute muscles. Great job. We're going to now repeat this final exercise on the other side. Really try and make sure you're not swinging, but you're controlling every part of this exercise. This will give the maximum muscle benefit. And you're done. Well done, everybody. Great job.
Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you're looking for a way to implement this into your own home training routine, I have an exclusive video in the description. If you become one of my email subscribers for free, you can watch that video and learn how to implement these exercises into your everyday. Please let me know if you have any requests for any future tutorials, as I always love to hear your thoughts. Comment them down below and let me know if this was helpful. I always like to hear about your progress and your personal development. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to become part of our motivating community. And a quick reminder, if you want 10% off Basilica Dancewear, just use my code HANNAH10. The link is in the description. Guys, I will see you very soon in my next video. Remember, dream big and make it happen.